You said you were sorry. We're moving on, bitch. About to get mine.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry anymore because you screwed me because I had no support system. I had nobody, hey, should I run this bid by? Should I do? I had nobody in my ear saying, hey, maybe don't throw hot dogs. Maybe don't screw yourself out of $15,000.
Oh, what do I do with my spare time? I make out with Rhett's dog. Remnants. Hey, listen, 36% of you who watch my YouTube channel are not subscribed. That's screwing me over. I'm losing good money on that. It's 2 clicks. Hit the subscribe and notify bell. Do it, please.
Lummy, I have all types of emotions that are running through my little peanut gorilla head as I have our next guest. That is today a guest. Used to be a regular, and today he's just a guest. At best on my program. Used to be a show regular. I would even call it a show weekly contributor. And now he is just a guest until he apologizes to me for so rudely disrespecting one of me, Bubba. Hello, Alex. How you doing?
Well, first of all, you owe me an apology, Bubba, because what just happened this past weekend, I have no support system. I'm out there on a professional boxing match. I have my professional license. They are gassing me up like a jumbo jet headed to the World Trade Center. They're gassing me up so much. I'm talking about full of gas. They said, Alex, you're going to be the next influencer boxing. The way you cut promos, Alex, with some of the people for part of that promotion said you cut a promo better than a professional wrestler. They were sucking it. They had knee pads on, right? Oh, Alex, the way you cuss him out, the way you get in his face, that was so good. Then we get to the press conference Thursday morning. I say, hey, to my cornerman, hey, I'm going to throw hot dogs. They are turkey dogs. I'm going to say they're pork. That's the work, that they're pork, but they're really turkey dogs. I don't want to be disrespectful to his Islamic faith. His cornerman says, that's great. The promotion that I'm fighting under, they said, oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, that's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I got to dump. Yes, I dumped it. So we didn't get canceled by Alex Stein. Go ahead.
Sorry. So my promotion says it's okay. Happy Punch promotion run by Keemstar. They think it's so funny.
Right.
During the press
now, hold
conference,
on now. Here's the thing I didn't know. Here's the thing that nobody's reporting. And I'm glad I got my friend back. Can you at least just say you're sorry over the Shuley deal? Can you say I'm sorry?
I'm sorry about the Shuley deal. I don't know why you got so heard about it. I had to reschedule.
It's over. Okay?
I mean, what are we, 2 girls going to sit here and whine and bitch and moan about this?
You said you were sorry. We're moving on, bitch. About to get mine.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry anymore because you screwed me because I had no support system. I had nobody, hey, should I run this bid by? Should I do? I had nobody in my ear saying, hey, maybe don't throw hot dogs. Maybe don't screw yourself out of $15,000.
Hold on. I would have been the first one to say, Alex, if you've cleared it with both promotions, that is going to be one hell of a high spot. I would have been the first one to say that.
I know, but so listen, the promotion liked it that I was boxing under, but a bigger promotion, Washerman Boxing, the one that gets us our license, the actual legitimate professional promotion that actually hires the cable company DAZN that films it. This is a top dog. Supposedly, they have some important, influential Saudi Arabian people a part of that company, and they did not take very kindly to the stunt that I did. And I screwed myself because, Bubba, there's a fight in October. They were saying, oh, you're going to be on the October card. Alex, if you win this fight, you're going to be the next in influencer boxing. You're 6'3". You can be the next influencer boxing heavyweight.
Then you probably could. You probably could. I mean, especially.
I know.
I mean, you're not good because we were watching your training and it was horrible. But I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere. And if you could have knocked this guy out and just got one under your belt, then got some real training for your next one, and you get lucky on that one. I mean, you could have been really making some pretty big money because you can cut a promo. You know how to work. You know how to get heat. You know how to reverse the heat. You're brilliant at it. I can't play the sound, but I can play the incident right now, Lummy. Okay, I'm gonna play it, but I can't play the sound. I can only and Alex isn't gonna be able to watch it. But this is what happened. Alex is on the microphone, and he's got what looks to be like an ice bucket. Is it literally the hotel's ice bucket?
Holiday Inn Express ice bucket. Yes,
right.
Sir, you nailed that.
Full of turkey dogs. turkey,
Yes, sir.
turkey hot dogs.
100 white percent meat turkey. No
And
pork
he
whatsoever.
already had it cleared with the opposition because the opposition's a Muslim and pork is just
haram.
It's just
they call it haram.
It's
Yeah,
very disrespectful. It's like you just don't do it. And so Alex assured the other people they're turkey dogs, but act like they're hot dogs. It'll blow the spot up. It'll be just huge. Again, it's knowing how to work, right? And he was the guy who was going to probably come unglued, almost get you, try to whip your ass. It was a big whodunit and for the build up for the fight, right?
100% spot on.
So here we go. Yeah. So Alex has the hot dogs. He now throws the hot dogs onto the Muslim man. The Muslim man jumps onto the stage and starts going for Alex, trying to kill Alex. The Muslim man that Alex is going to fight is kicking over tables now, being held back like a wild man. Alex is still sitting there with his little jacket on, probably just stirring up the crap, calling him. I mean, I'm sure you're calling him all kinds of names and stuff at this point, and they have to restrain the guy that's supposed to be Alex Stein's opponent, and they have to separate you two, and boom. And had the promotion that's in charge of the promotion who has some Muslim Saudi Arabian men that were highly offended because they bought the bit. They bought it hook, line. I mean, the bit was so the high spot was so believable that even the owners bit on the deal.
And the Sun News, which is the kind of the whatever, like rag in the UK. I don't even know, like National Enquirer, but the UK. They immediately wrote an article about it. They called me for comment. I told them, hey, it was a turkey dog. It was a total work. Still, when that article came out, and then it became an international story, Daily Mail, all the sports sites.
Everybody carried it. So when they're the equivalent to their USA Today or equivalent to their big newspaper called you laid it all out, said, hey, it was a work, it was turkey dogs, I had it pre-approved, and even after you said that, they still squashed you.
They still squashed me, and I showed him the turkey dog packaging. I showed him a video, and this is the same card that led Greg Hardy fight on it. Yeah, Greg Hardy was arrested for domestic violence. There's other fighters on there that had said some abhorrent stuff about Muhammad in some tweets, comparing him to like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, man.
I would never say that.
No
I would
way.
never disrespect Muhammad like that.
You know better.
Yeah, and I wasn't even trying to disrespect his faith. If I was, I would have thrown it, because this is the thing. Originally, somebody said, hey, why don't you go get bacon from, we're staying at the Holiday Inn Express in Nashville. It's actually a pretty nice Holiday Inn Express, but they had a lovely breakfast bar, buffet.
You were going to get you like 8 or 9 pieces of bacon and throw bacon on them.
And I said, no. They brought me the bacon. I said, no, I'm not going to throw actual bacon on them, because then I don't have an out.
Now I really am. I don't have an out. With here, I got it's a high spot gimmick that the average person won't know, but the inner circle will know. It'll be a huge heat getter, and it'll make for it would be a great fight. It causes all the rage. If he knocks you out, it's a talking point for him. If you knock him out, it's a talking point for you. It just, oh my God, it writes itself.
Well, this is what's so stupid is that they took away a fight from him, a Muslim guy that should have been able to knock my head off after, because Mo was in on it. Mo wants to fight. So now we're working out. We're going to try to do the card in 60 days under Happy Punch Promotion back in Nashville, since we're both licensed there. So we're still going to do it. I went from being on the prelim to where I'll be the headliner of my next fight, but it just doesn't have the same cachet because I wanted to work for Wasserman, the company that fired me. They're the biggest and baddest. If I would have been in with them, I potentially. So
you're saying you're gonna have to go do it with a lesser promotion, and
the smaller promotion that was under our card, so it's not gonna have the same pay. I mean, we can do a gimmick pay-per-view, we can film and stream it, but it's just not gonna. It's not the same as this company called DAZN. Which
you got to be with the promotion in itself. You can't be a one-off.
Well, what we're going to do is it's called Canceled Clash, where there's a couple other fighters. There's another fighter that got canceled from a similar boxing event. So we're going to be able to do a gimmick thing. And if I win that, I do believe that I could repair my relationship with Wasserman. Maybe not. But have
you talked to the Wasserman people?
No, but I made a video. I went and got in their face in selfie mode and said, you let Greg Hardy fight. You let this fight, and just totally put him,
that may not have been the
well, I haven't posted it yet. They asked me not to post it. I said, hey, listen, I'm going to post it.
Why don't you, baby? Why don't you baby instead of heal right now? Listen to your great sensei. Why don't you baby instead of heal and get a hold of Washerman or whatever the hell it is and say, listen, we all know that those were turkey dogs. I did what I thought I needed to do. I even got a hold of the guy, the Muslim man I was fighting. His corner knew. You guys knew. That's how much of a showman I am. That's how much heat I bring. Even I bring borderline right up to the edge heat. But I did it in a respectful, only a few would really know the angle type deal. It would have created a huge deal. And please know that I'm sorry for that. And I'd love to be part of your promotion. Don't bring in the Greg Hardys and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to be reminded that, they don't want that.
I know, and you're right, and I do want to babyface with them, but I have to prove my worth now and draw.
But you just need to reemphasize how the steps that you tried to do, the infrastructure that you laid.
But listen to this. I have to cut you off. I even said I would donate my whole entire purse to a Muslim charity that they wanted. I'm saying to get that fight. I said I would have donated my whole entire purse to a charity, and they still wouldn't let me fight.
Man,
so I mean,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we're gonna figure it out. But it's still because potentially that's hundreds of thousands of dollars that I left on the table because
that's one of your biggest mess ups ever. That's your Hogan sex tape.
This is one of my biggest sex tape.
This is your Hogan sex tape. Say it.
No, it's not that big, but it's close.
It didn't. See, the Hogan sex tape ruined me. It just completely ruined me.
Yeah, but what's the deal? So Hogan's married now, and he's going.
No, he's going. I guess he's engaged now to this will be his third wife.
The Scientologist.
Some people are reporting that she is a Scientologist. I've heard that. I don't know what to be true.
She is. You need to have this guy Aaron Smith Levin on. He has one of the best anti-Scientology channels. He was a Sea Org member for years.
Yeah, but can I tell you something, bud? I live in this community. Yeah. I live in this community, and there are some people that you really just, Now listen, if you live in, Dallas, Texas, like you, and you want to go wild on the Scientologists, that's one thing. But when you live in their backyard and they can control things,
but Listen, I'm fighting with this guy, Grant Cardone, who's like a fake billionaire. He's kind of one of these like rich guys, get into real estate type guys. And he's one of the biggest Scientologists. And I've called him out and he's here in Dallas. But my point is these Scientologists are all full of.
Hold on. You ain't got Sea Org in Dallas, bitch.
No, I know. It's not the same.
Yeah,
it's not the same. We don't have the Sea Org.
I mean, we got Sea Org.
HQ.
We got Xenu. We got Clear Meters. We got it all. You know what we got?
Really
we got me shutting my fat ass up over this deal. And you're on Scientology on your own, my friend.
Yep.
I don't believe in it. I think they're murderers. I think they murdered that Karen woman. But
his wife is gone. David Miscavige, Shelley Miscavige. Nobody can find her. Hey, but I'll put Scientology over a little bit. They do get a lot of people off drugs and alcohol. They have whatever that rehab program. So I think they do some good.
Maybe that's where
that's
Orlando.
how they suck you in. Yeah,
maybe Orlando can go. Maybe Orlando can go to their rehab program and get off.
It's free, I think. I think that's the only free thing. You get hooked on that.
So did losing that opportunity hurt your Blaze gig?
I mean, they didn't like it.
Do you ever notice, man, that the common denominator of everything we talk about is how you're on such thin ice at the Blaze? Like everything's evolved around that. Like I never have conversations with you to be like, you know what, man, I'm killing it at the Blaze. They hauled me in last week and said, my God, we're so happy with you. The numbers are great. No, instead it's they hauled me in last week and said, man, you're really on thin ice, man. You're getting ready to lose your show at any moment.
Well, let's go over what I've gone viral for. The biggest stories, the Brittany Griner confrontation. That was a huge viral story, but that's not necessarily great for them. It's not necessarily great, all the clicks the Blaze gets from me, bum rushing Brittany Griner. Then the video I did before that got tens of millions of views. I'm in a tuck-friendly bathing suit.
Yeah, but hold on now, man. The Brittany Griner deal, man, that was not like, some of the things I would be like, I don't think you did anything wrong there at all.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad, but I'm just saying it's still edgy.
I think most of America was kind of rallying behind you there a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But the mainstream media, Blaze personality, right wing. I mean, if you just read some of the articles.
And then the San Francisco, that was kind of cool. The San Francisco high spot, that was kind of cool.
I had some high spots this year. I've had some viral stories. I'm talking about international stories, but, it's just They're for edgy stuff. For
I know.
me, throwing
Now,
hot dogs on an Islamic person.
Which one has made you the most money, or do they instantaneously get demonetized?
The Griner one. I mean, I did really well on that.
Yeah, they couldn't. They really wasn't able to. They couldn't demonetize you because you didn't. You're just asking questions with a person.
Well, they gave a strike for one of the things, one of the interviews. They said I sexualized her, so I ended up getting a strike. So it's like, yeah, I got a bunch of new followers.
You're actually on 2 strikes right now, aren't you?
I'm on 1 strike on 2 different channels each. So yeah,
you're such a dick, man. You just can't let it go, can you, Ka?
no, because I got a mental health issue. I need to go like Howard Stern and go to a psychiatrist 5 times a week. But then they'd probably convince me that I'm a woman and to get on gender hormone therapy. So that's why I don't really.
That would be all right.
Are you still?
Yeah, for you, Bubba, you would love it if I put on a dress and prance around. But I'm done with the dress, so I'm detransitioning.
How about pay-per-view?
Yeah,
where are we?
No, and then I'm all messed up. My ex, I can't stop thinking about her. I miss her.
Yeah.
So I
was telling you all along how special she was, and you're gonna lose her, and you're like, oh yeah, what? I'm a rock star. That bitch is gone. She's gone. Just like Hall & Oates. Just like Hall & Oates.
And it hurts.
And
it hurts.
And you know what? All these not only is she gone, but she's ghosting you too.
I haven't been hitting her up, but listen, there's all these other ladies in my DMs and stuff. And I don't even want to get with them because it's so hard to build back up that friendship. I don't even want to get. I know. I don't even want to get back in the dating scene.
It's so hard to learn the Alex Stein idiosyncrasy world. It's just hard to get a girl to understand your whirlwind, if you will. Like, you could
learn each other's weirdness.
Yeah, and like, you could be in be in Dallas for 2 weeks, but you could literally be on a moment's notice, have to be in Chicago tomorrow, Washington D.C. on Friday, and then another high spot in Miami on Saturday with a quick end around back to Dallas on Sunday. You get some needy bitch and she's like, "Oh my God, I cannot have you be out of town that long because I miss you." Man, pay-per-view was cool as hell. She understood it. She was hot. She accompanied you to some of the stuff. You blew it, buddy.
I blew it. But then she was just getting so mad and jealous of everything. It was just getting so. It was like every day I felt guilty about something that I didn't even do.
You mean she was getting mad and jealous because you were starting to get a little bit popular and there's been some.
No.
Has there been some?
She only went out with me.
Has there been
she
some?
She only went out with me because I was popular. No, I got to show you this girl, Bree Teresi, that she hates, who I became friends with.
Oh, is this the new one? Just the new one?
No, this happened months ago. Is that
maybe? Is this the new one? Maybe.
No, I'm not gonna. This girl,
okay, wait. I want to hear about this Bree chick.
Yeah, show me.
So
I'm gonna look this Bree chick up.
This is what. Look at Bree Teresi. She's a guest model. She's a legit model. But this is what started the downfall of our relationship. Is that I met Bree Teresi at this conservative event. She's a really pretty model. We befriended her, and I messaged her, or she messaged me. I forget how we started talking to DMs. It was very harmless.
Sure.
But she said,
next thing you know, your penis is beside her in her mouth, and things go a little crazy.
Well, what I'm saying is, she is trying to get kind of in the conservative world, this Bree Teresi girl, but she's a model for guests. She has big breasts, she has a tiny waist. Just type it in.
Is that the golf model? Is that the golf model?
Yes, it's a golf model. Huh. So she's trying to get in. So she's trying to get into politics, kind of. And I tell her, I noticed when I follow her on Instagram, oh, you have an OnlyFans. I'm like, that's not going to help you out that much. She messaged me like, oh, well, I'm not even naked on my OnlyFans. I cover my nipples. And I was like, I don't know. So she sends me a free trial to her OnlyFans. So, of course, I accept the free trial.
Well, of course you do. I mean, of course you do, bud.
Just to see if she's telling the truth or not. I'm just because she's going to be a potential guest. Well, come to find out, prepaid's on my home computer, in the studio computer right now while I'm in Phoenix at this event. First thing that comes up in my email, leave my email open. Alex Stein, OnlyFans, Bree Teresi. And I'm like, I didn't know this.
Have you sent it to me yet?
Yeah, the Instagram?
No, where'd you send it to me?
Your messenger.
Oh God!
I'll send it again. Ready?
Yeah.
So I get caught. Having this thing. I'm like, listen, I got it free. I didn't pay for it. But Bree's like, she gives me a break, but she's really mad. Well, about a month later, Bree Teresi, not prepaid, goes viral because she's a lingerie model.
Whoa. Whoa.
Bree's my friend. Yeah. So Bree goes viral she works for a lingerie company, and they hired a guy to model some of their lingerie. So she quit. She publicly quit. She went on Fox News. She went on The Blaze. She did a whole circuit of shows. She says, Alex, I would like to come on your show. I said, yeah, I'd love to have you, Bree, on my show. I tell Prepaid, hey, Bree Teresi's coming on my show. Paige says, no. And I listened to Paige, even though I was so butthurt. I'm like, what? Why can't I have her on the show?
Hold on.
I sent you her Instagram. Bubba.
Hold on. Pay-per-view was trying to tell you can't have a hot chick on as a guest?
She said I couldn't have this girl on, and so that was the start of everything.
F thing.
Yeah, it started. Yeah, and so it's like I love. Okay,
so pay-per-view knew that you were going to blast her. She knew. I mean, she knew. I mean, women's tuition, you know.
Well, I mean,
and
this
Bree
woman
comments
is a
on
model.
my.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
she's hot.
And she was going
Anyone
viral.
wants to blast her.
But honestly, she was going viral. I'm saying she was viral at that point. Like I had a reason to talk to her. I wasn't just having.
No, and she reached out to you. You know.
Yeah.
And she was going on Blaze shows. She's on other Blaze shows. But so that started off this kind of where I'm like butthurt. So I'm kind of mad at her. And it just started this jealousy thing where it just wasn't. Was it
other girls too?
No.
Hold on. Was it
not
other?
really.
It was
Honestly,
just
not
Bree?
really.
Bree's
Well,
the
there's
whole
other-
record.
Well, there's other girls that comment on my stuff that I don't even know who they are. Half of them are crazy girls. And so then every girl that would comment now pages.
I'm the biggest pay-per-view fan in the world, but man, I mean, I'm co-signing with you on that, cousin.
So where's Bree Teresi now? You guys blasting yet?
Yeah, I mean, are you guys a thing?
What I mean, Bree and I are still friends. I mean, I could hang out with Bree right now. I'm sure she'd love to go out.
Right. I mean, like if you texted Bree later on this afternoon and said, "Hey, you want to come over tonight? You know, Netflix and blast."
Well, she's in Miami, but yeah, if I'm in Miami, I said, "Hey, do you want to meet me at the Delano Hotel?" I'm sure she would come.
How old is she? I can't tell if she's like 18 or 40.
I think Bree's 30. I think she's 29 or something.
Now, do you have any any experience with that? You know.
What level of hotness?
With a woman like that? No, that's that level of hotness. That is, you have to go in there and deliver. That's what I'm saying. It's like a football game when you got to leave it all on the bed. You got to really try hard.
You haven't taken that around the farm yet at all?
I have not.
Liar.
Liar.
I haven't.
Wow.
But Bree is a really nice.
But now woman. I know why you're not so upset. You know, over this pay-per-view deal. Now I know, like, pay-per-view smash from you.
Well, if I would have had you and pay-per-view, this fight would have gone different. I would have had people in my corner who would have helped me out, but I didn't. I've been flying solo, and it's hard.
And your Bubba Sensei hasn't been here to talk you off the ledge either, because I do some.
That's what I'm saying. This is your fault, Bubba, because you were not there to give me guidance. A lot of this cancellation couldn't be levied onto you personally. Yeah. I mean, I'm just doing that for my own personal deal, so I don't take a lot of the responsibility.
Well, listen, just keep your Blaze gig and keep trying to hook up with that chick. That's all I'm telling you.
Okay, well, I'll bring Bree to Tampa. Bree would be great on your show. She's actually really laid back. Yeah, Bree's really...
We're trying to bring another girl in here. No. Her name's. You're familiar with Meredith, right? We're trying to bring Meredith in to compliment Anna. You know.
Yeah, right.
Who's Meredith? Who's Meredith? Is
Meredith.
New? Is it?
He doesn't know the whole story.
There was a guy in town named Orlando. He's a morning show guy and a program director for the urban station here in town. He got busted for a DUI this weekend, and before the DUI, he was at the client's establishment doing shots of live on Instagram, and then he hurt. He got in a wreck, hurt a guy, and now the guy's lawyered up, and the lawyer wants to. The Instagram account's been deleted. The client is really
the lawyer's got him taking shots and then going and injuring somebody. His case is not going to be good.
Well, on his show, he's got this hot blonde named Meredith. And she's super good on the radio. She's super hot, and she's got a lot of radio experience. And she could just slide right on in here, and compliment our female, our already very female presence. Just make our female presence that much stronger.
I don't think that's going to help with your female presence. I think that's going to really help with your male presence.
Well, and we're in the male business. What are we, 80-20 male to female?
I think it's 80-20.
Right. Let's make 80% of the fans happy.
Okay.
So.
Well, can we afford her though, Bubba? I mean, she's probably going to. I mean, see, the urban stations do pretty good on.
We may not be able to afford her, but that's where Dan steps in and said he would help subsidize her income. Like he would go in halvesy with me.
Okay, well, actually, I want to talk about this. This is the audience is going to think it's so lame. So here, the Dallas sports station, there's a show called the Hang Zone, and they're owned by Cumulus. And one guy's worked at the station 25 years, the other guy's worked there 17 years, and they didn't re-sign their contract. And then I try to look at the ratings book. The ratings book is so confusing, Bubba.
I don't know if I can get into ratings. The ratings
so hard. No, because I don't understand what you get like a 5 share, but then your cumulative audience isn't as big as another audience.
Well,
I don't
here's the deal.
understand how that works.
You go by day parts and then by demographics. So like sports stations, demographics would be like you couldn't look at their 12 plus number. You'd want to look at their men 25 to 54 numbers. That's the advertising audience. That's their target audience, and that's the advertising lane they're trying to sell in. So, where they rate 6 or 12 plus doesn't matter. Where they rate within their target demo is what matters. And they probably were pretty competitive.
Well, and this is my question is because you'll see the top rated station will get like a 5 share, like a 6 share, but then there'll be other stations that have a higher cumulative audience. So so can you be number 1 with the cumulative audience and the number 1 with, I guess, the rated audience?
Yep. It's time spent listening versus cum.
Wow.
How many people, how long? It's a whole Kentucky Fried Chicken 57 recipe deal. So
yeah, no, it was very confusing, but their show was pretty good rated. Cumulus, they got let go and they didn't sign a deal, but it was just kind of a local thing. But I was trying to read the freaking ratings book. I'm like, this is so confusing.
Where did you have access to the ratings book?
Well, you go online.
That's not the real ratings book.
Well, of course, but I mean, whatever. It's the public ratings you be on.
So anyway, listen.
Whatever.
Good luck with that chick. I would never say a bad word about pay-per-view, but man, that is an upgrade. Whoa.
Breeds a recipe. But that's another thing is then I start dating a girl with 1.4 million followers and a TikTok.
And now you're a bitch.
And that's what I'm saying.
She has 2 million followers.
Just like Hogan used to say to his entire family, there can only be 1 star in the family, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's primetime 99.
Listen, man, back when they were doing Hogan's Knows Best and they all wanted to do split off and do their own little deals and stuff, Hogan had a family meeting and said, don't forget who brought you to the dance. You guys are all riding on my coattails, buddy.
So and that's a fact.
So at that point, man, you're her bitch, socially. But then again, you get the rub. You get the rub off of her deal. Next thing you know, there you go, buddy. Get the rub.
Or if I put a baby in her, and she's already got.
Oh yeah,
she
get
can
her
just take
knocked
care
up.
Of the baby.
Get her knocked up. Now you got an 18-year tether to her. Absolutely.
And she's about 5'10", and she's a
trying to get
athlete.
Her pregnant.
Can you imagine our babies? It would be. It'd be. Offensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, guaranteed. If I want him, I can get him. We got to get him right now.
We got to get going because we're way late. But man, my advice to you is get her pregnant, buddy.
Great advice.
All right, I'm working on it.
I got some stuff working. I'll talk to you private later today. Okay.
All right, hit me up.
Bye.
Peace.
Is the self-proclaimed master marketer of the decade.
You hook up with me, boom! All of a sudden, you got people wanting you.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.